May God's peace, mercy and blessings be upon you. My name is Muhammad, new video and a new story. But before starting, don't forget to pray for the Prophet Muhammad. May God bless him and grant him peace. Let's begin. My name is Karim and I am 22 years old. My father died recently and I have no one in the world except my mother and my little sister. After my father died, I had to look for a job in order to be able to help with household expenses and my university expenses, which I still have a year left to finish. I looked for a lot of work but my luck was bad, until one day I was sitting at coffee and I heard our neighbors, Uncle Muhammad, saying that they needed someone to work with them. And my Uncle Muhammad, by the way, works in the morgue of our general hospital. I took my chair and sat next to my Uncle Muhammad, asking him about the details of the job, the salary, the work hours, the shifts. The man answered me with all sincerity and honesty. When I told him that I needed this job, he said, "My son, you are young and you cannot bear to work in the morgue so hard for you." I told him to leave it to God. Uncle Muhammad, I need this job. After my insistence, my Uncle Muhammad agreed to help me and I took a job in the morgue by washing the autopsy site and cleaning the place. In the beginning, my shifts were during the day, but I needed shifts at night so that I could attend my lectures. But I said the important thing is that I accept the first and the world will get easier later. Indeed, after a while, it turned into a shift at night. The morgue during the day is not that scary a place because there are a lot of people around us. And the hospital is close to us, 15 meters away, and people come in and out. And there are showers and showers. However, the morgue at night is a difficult and scary place, especially with the stillness of the night and the lack of people around us. But all I cared about was that I would be able to balance work and my studies. One time we received the news that there was a body coming on the road, and this was the first body I would attend on the night shift. The doctor asked me and my college to prepare. My college was a security officer outside waiting for the body, and I cursed him and went in to prepare the place for the body. And the doctor who would explain it while I was engaged. Suddenly the light went off and turned on again. Quickly and suddenly I found in front of me an old man in his 70s. His face was pale and there were burn marks on his body and clothes, and his face was also half burned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I helped my colleague and we took the body by trolley to the autopsy room, and the doctor said that you will help me with the autopsy today. To be honest, I took a yellow cloth because this is the first time I will help in an autopsy or see a corpse. My job is to clean and wipe the blood and everything after the autopsy, but of course it was not useful to refuse, and I draw blood from this yellow cloth. Suddenly, when the doctor opened the body bag and I saw the body of the man in front of me, this was the same man I had seen a few minutes ago. I thought he had gotten lost between the hospital emergency room and the morgue. As I walked, I took a few steps back and fell on the ground. The doctor said, "Don't be afraid. I am the one who will dissect the body, not you. You will give me the tools and work. All I can tell you is that I tried to respond to the doctor and tell him that I had been seeing this man for a few moments, but my tongue was tied and I couldn't utter a word. The doctor said to me, "Come on, my son, get up from your place so we can start again." My manhood has been lifted and I got up from my place in good health. The doctor saw that my condition was difficult for him and said, "No, you are enough for this. Today, go and call your colleague outside. He will come and take your place quickly, because we will be late and we have not yet started." Before I could comprehend what Dr. Al-Knight said, he interrupted again. But it did not work as long as the previous time. The doctor asked me to go out and turn on the generator in the basement at once. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. He called my colleague to help him. I was impressed to move because all this. I didn't have any reaction except to look at the body in front of me. I turned on the mobile phone light and went downstairs, my feet stamping on each other, one man's foot and another man's foot, and suddenly the mobile light went off and on all at once so that I could find the man in front of me. There was 5 centimeters between me and him, and his breath smelled of smoke and burnt flesh banging on my face, and my tongue was tied up, and I couldn't scream or move and run from my place. Suddenly he disappeared and I ran quickly without turning on the generator. But when I reached the doctor, the light was on and I called out of my colleague and spent the rest of the night outside the morgue while I was dying of terror. The second day I tried to reach this man's information and I found out his name and address, and his name is Shahwani, a very strange name. And when I went to ask about him, all I asked about him was that he sought refuge in God from Satan and left me and walked away until I knew that he was, God forbid, a charlatan who performed witchcraft and harmed people with it. And on the day of the incense burner, he fell on him and fell in love with the apartment, and he died suffocated and burned. His death deserved more than that. I took some time and went home and told my mother what had happened, and God bless her, she believed me and promoted me. And when I left, I spent a period of time every day getting up terrified because I saw the same man every day, because he was almost a companion of the Antichrist rather than God. My mother insisted that I go to the Sheikh of the mosque, Warakani, and I continued the recite Ruqya for a while until I stopped seeing Quran al-Dajjal, and the Sheikh advised me that I should not miss obligatory prayer and not miss the morning and evening remembrances at the morgue. I sat there and worked as an accountant in a simple kosher shop, which is a million times easier than the morgue. This story is over. I hope it terrified you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video and share your opinions in the comments. May God's peace, mercy and blessings be upon you. Pray for the Prophet Muhammad. May God bless him and grant him peace.